Hello, everybody. This is Carol from Friendly Quail. Welcome back. Thanks to my subscribers. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not a subscriber yet, I hope you will consider it. Today, I'm going to do two things in my Journey Through Bookland journal. I have one that I'm doing ahead because I haven't done this type of thing before, and this is the one that I'm working on with you. So, I'm going to start with putting some extra pieces of paper in for journaling space, just to break it up a little bit and not have quite so many blank pages, but still keep it a writing journal. So I've got my books and I have my tea. Take a sip. And I'm going to get going. What I'm going to do is glue in this one, and then I'll show you how I sewed in the other one, because I'm going to be sewing these, but I can't easily do that with you. So I've got my signatures here, and I have some things sticking out because this is what I want to do. So on this page, I've got 3 pieces, or 4 actually, of paper, and I'm going to glue these together along the top. Oh, this one here is a double one. Okay, so I'm going to glue these together. I'll be sewing along that eventually, and I'm going to put it on this page here. And so I've got my little, it's almost like a little booklet, and I'm just putting this in for some extra writing space. And I'll show you later, I'll be sewing along the top of that. So that's one signature. Let's see, this one here, I took a piece of paper like this. It was like this, coffee dyed, from one of those little dollar store notebooks, and I kind of hinged it over to the side, and I'm going to put it in this big empty space right here. And you'll be able to open it like this, and then like this. So you could also write here. It could be a little bit hidden. So I'm going to put my glue right along here. And when I sew this one, and I'll show you on what I already did, I will actually sew down this part right here. And that'll be a little bit in there. Okay. Now in this one, I have this yellow card. Oops. And it was from a book. It was actually from Cooking with Gas or something, from back in the 50s or something like that. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm adding this piece of paper. I'm going to glue it down like this, and then you can pull this out either way. And so that'll be a lot of extra journaling space. So I'll put my glue on this fold. I kind of pre-folded it to make sure that I kind of had it in thirds. And let's see, I'll just put this, I'll keep those days on there. So I will probably add like a pull out, like a little tab to pull it out. And I will also sew along here when I get that done. Okay, so I marked where it went. it'll be like this. Okay. And in this signature, I have another one of those little that you can fold it like this. But I just made this one out of paper. And I'm going to put it on this kind of card here. Okay. So that will also get sewed down here, and then I've got that. Okay. Next one, I have a piece of this that's just some eco-dyed paper. I'm just going to glue that on here for some extra journaling space. And let's see, what do I have in this one? Oh, I had some of these yellow, I had two-part guest checks. So the second one is yellow, and I had done some coffee dyeing of it. And I thought with this yellow paper that would be good. So I'm going to put this on here. Again, that'll be extra journaling space on this page, but you'll still be able to lift it up if you want to see what's underneath, because that's kind of a neat picture. All right, and one more. In this one, I'm trying to decide. I think I planned on doing this. Yes, because that's how I have it folded. All right. These are one of the original book pages. Now in my other one, I ended up doing this over the edge of a page, but with this one, oops, not quite straight there. That's better. Put a little bit of extra here. Anyway, the other one, you'll see I did it over the page, but I didn't want to do that because of this here, where this one is in the signature. Okay. So, oops, I need to leave that in because that reminds me where I have to sew. Okay, now I'm going to show you like what I did with this one. How I sewed these, just so you can see. Okay, so here's one that I had that I did, and I sewed down here, and you can put it like this. And then I took some stain, and I used this little thing here, and I just made so it was like little things and dripped a couple of drops of stain. And I stitched that down. This one there was a picture here I didn't like, so I just covered it up, and then I just kind of fringed a little bit of some fabric on there. All right, and oh, I put this in here. And I have another one to put in my other one. This is from my 12 Days of Pocket. It's a stack pocket. So there's a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, and you can put some things in there. So I didn't sew anything on there. I could sew, and I might sew like this. I haven't done that yet. But before I put the signatures in, I want everything stitched. Close up my glue. Okay, now on this one, I did one of those little stack up things here, and I threw a little extra thread in there. It's okay. I haven't done that before, and I think I put too much, but it's okay, and I'm happy. I'll get better at it. Let's see, in this one here, this is the one I did. I said I did it over the page, and I just stitched along the edge like that. And do I have anything? I don't think, I don't have anything in that one. This is my little yellow ones here, and I just sewed and threw a little extra thread in there, just for fun. And in this one, this is that yellow card, stitched along the edge here. You can open it either way. Again, I'm going to put a tab or something on there. Haven't done it yet. Okay, so that just shows you how I did that, and I kind of sewed them up. Let me get this out of the way before I get it mixed up. And I have something else I'm going to do. I have the things here that I need. Let me bring them over. Okay. I was watching Wishes and Weeds last week, or maybe, I don't know, because I had it on Watch Later, so I'm not sure exactly when I watched it. But she made some, and she had gotten the idea from someone else, and I went and looked at both hers and the other one. But I had these old envelopes, and they're very fragile. So I'm going to be making a tag booklet out of this, as I saw, and I can link that below. So what I'm going to do, though, is she collaged. I'm going to just put this like on here and make sure that it's secure, steady. I am going to use my glue stick. Let's see, where's my, put that under here. Okay. It is rather fragile. So I'm going to just put this on a piece of coffee dyed paper. See, it's already ripping on that fold. I'm going to cut that out. I found some old envelopes mixed in with some old postcards at an antique store. So I have those, and that's how I figured this would be a good way to use the fragile ones. Okay. Fold that in half. And hopefully that will be enough support. Now, I'm going to leave this side other than, and probably I'm going to put just a little bit of a piece of lace on here. Maybe up there. Use my Fabri-Tac. All right. Because I love that. I love the writing, and I had two of these, and they were both the same writing, but they were to different people. So I don't know how both of them got together, because they weren't the same people. So let's see, on this side, I'm going to use one of the pages from the book. Hopefully I didn't make that too. I just kind of ripped it out and I didn't measure. So let me get this. All right. This is going to be my background on there. Oops, I should have just stressed that. Before I glue it down. I'm thinking of that. I should distress the envelope as well. Okay. I have a doctor appointment and I have to leave a little over an hour from now, but I thought I would have time to do this. I think more people have been subscribing to me lately, and it's really kind of fun. It's going up, and I've had my channel for, I don't know, over a year. And I finally had gotten to 100, and now I'm almost at 300 in a couple of months. So I think I'll bend this way to make it a little more supported. Oops, gotta keep it in camera. Oh, I'm trying. is what that looks like so far. And I found this image. I'm keeping kind of to, I thought, to words and knowledge and things like that. So I thought a wise old owl. I just re-inked this and this pad, I got a little bit more on there than I wanted to. That's okay. It'll be fine. That's my new mantra. Actually, my new mantra is, this is a new time now. Goes with my word emerge for this year. Also, I have the mantra of I can. Right. Slide it down a little because I'm going to put an eyelet up here. All right. Okay. So what this is, it's going to be a little tag booklet. I think I'm going to need a little bit more support in the part that started. So I'm going to put that on there. Especially since I'm going to be making this into a little booklet. I'm afraid that I'm going to need a little more support for when I sew in that little signature I'm going to put in here. Okay. Okay. Now if I want to put a little. Looks like I didn't get enough glue on here. I'll put this in here. And my tea's gotten cold like it usually does. Take a sip. I drink herbal tea. This one is called, let's see, Stash Red Dragon something. It's like a chai, but it's got good stuff in it and no caffeine. So that, okay, so I've got this part ready. going to put a little thing on here. I have a word. Explore. I make my own Word pages in as a Word document, and I just use different fonts, and I've got a number of them. I have different words, and then I print them off on coffee dyed paper and some on white paper. It depends what I'm doing. Okay, so I have some of this packing material here. I'm putting that on there a little. This was dried, this coffee dyed paper was dried in the oven it's like a thing you would put on your grill to do vegetables. Okay, that'll just give a little bit on the outside, and I'm going to put a little bit of cheesecloth. This is cheesecloth I coffee dyed, and I did it, you know, like years ago, and I still have some left. But it's starting to get down there. Let's see. Falling apart. Want it to stick out some. All right. Maybe I'll use my Fabri-Tac since this is fabric. Okay. I'll stick that down here. Okay. Let's see here. Close a few things up so we don't dry out. Cap goes there. Okay, everything's closed up. Okay, I'm going to put an eyelet up here to make it look like a tag. And I'll put it in right in the middle of here. Okay, now when the eyelet I have, it's always a little bit bigger than the hole, and I don't want to wreck the hole, so I put that all in there and just kind of make it a little bigger, and then that goes in there. I have these little, kind of like a little washer that goes on there. Okay, ready to go here. Get my little loop through there. And give it a really big push. And there is our eyelet. Let's see. Here, I have a piece of this. It's actually chiffon. And it rips pretty easily. You couldn't like use it for a closure or something like that. But I can use it as a tag topper. If I'm careful, I don't rip it off too short. Have to be careful that I don't pull it too tight. On the top of that cardboard there. And I'm going to cut it a little shorter. Okay. And then I always put a little glue under here to hold that in place so that the knot doesn't come out. Okay, so now we have like a little tag. Got the envelope on the other side, and now we're going to make a little booklet. And what I just did is I ripped a few pages that I could put in here. I don't want it to be too thick, so I'm going to put this in here. I'll just kind of hold it temporarily with that. And I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just going to kind of eyeball. This is about the middle. Poke a hole. Maybe about a ½ inch down. Poke a hole. And there. Poke a hole. And now I can stitch it. And I have out some, it's actually darning threads. So it's like multiple layers. But it's cotton. So it's sort of like using embroidery floss. I've got my 3 times. I'm going to just do a little pamphlet stitch. By the time I get done, I have glue and all kinds of stuff all over my hands. Okay, so through the middle, leave an end. Here's my hole. I'll have to poke my needle through and see. There it is. Okay. All right. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way down to this end one. Come up through the middle on the other side of the long one. Without going through the one that's already there. Okay, now I've got to tighten this. And then I'm going to do my square knot. Okay. Left over right, under through, right, over left, under through, clip off my ends. Okay. And there we go. We have a little booklet, tag, with the old envelope on it. So you put it in your pocket, and when you take it out, the old envelope shows. And we have a few pages in there. So that's it for today. Got an extra piece of ephemera, and I showed you how I put the extra pages in, little pages, to make it look a little better inside the book. And that's it. So this is it for today. Thanks for being with me. This is Carol from Friendly Quail saying bye.